They are implementing a new gender identity curriculum for kindergartens. Hey there, today we are going to be exposing woke schools because it has just gotten so bad in our society. I'm pretty sure that people are just absolutely sick of it. If you are new to my channel, I invite you to please subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos. This first post is apparently a Pride Club that is meeting this Monday. All Memorial students are welcome and invited to attend Pride. Pride Club is a safe, social, and welcoming space for students to relax, have fun, discover new friends, and share interest in stories. Why is it that you can't have a safe, welcoming place that is not for Pride? Why are students not able to make friends in a safe environment that isn't about Pride? Of course, no sign up or permission from anybody, including their parents, is going to be required to attend something like this. I guess the biggest problem is that some of the parents actually do support this. This is a woke speaker at a board meeting attacking the board members over new Ohio transgender bathroom bills, which bans males from girls' bathroom. Apparently, this woman is really upset that men cannot use the bathroom when other girls are there and put them in danger.
I know why Mentor has this bullying problem. It's because parents and the adults in their lives teach intolerance and harmful ideologies onto their children. That mindset should not be what Mentor Schools stands for, given our history with bullying.
Obviously.
Hate is taught.
So I guess this just shows that it's not just a problem with the teachers, it's also the parents that want this kind of stuff to happen in their schools. Why would you want that? I think it's important that we become aware of this stuff because it happens in our schools and they're targeting young children. Just look at this post, for example, from the director of the Trans Health Clinic at Cincy Children's, and she has treated patients as young as 4 years old. I practice adolescent medicine and provide care for transgender and gender nonconforming children, adolescents, and young adults. I founded and direct our transgender health program, where we offer medical care for transgender and gender nonconforming youth from age 4 to their 25th birthday. Age 4? Are you kidding me? Children who are the age of 4 and are perfectly healthy should not be spending their days in a hospital receiving gender non-conforming help in which they literally do not need. Hey, teacher, you better leave those kids alone. Here we have another wacko whose name is Elena, and she's a radical left-wing professor in Ohio who sent an email to students complaining about the election and claiming that Trump is going to ban teaching about slavery and that he is a threat to women's lives and autonomy. She also encourages her students to follow far-left social media accounts such as Planned Parenthood. What is happening to our world? I wanted to write some reflections about the recent election and some other advice and resources for education and support. Feel free to take any that resonates with you and to leave what doesn't. How about we just leave it all alone? There was no reason to send an email about the election to your students. She says Trump has pledged to history such as slavery and colonialism in schools and threatened women's lives and autonomy. She also says, I've compiled a list of Ohio-based Instagram accounts that are educational resources and or mutual groups you can follow and join. Yeah, they are just so informational, and it's not like Planned Parenthood doesn't actually care about the women that they are doing all of these horrible procedures to, and they're actually just trying to make money off of them. Encouraging students Encouraging students to follow an account that gets paid to kill people is very interesting, to say the least. Here we have another post that is from an elementary school in New York, where they sent out an email informing them that they are implementing a new gender identity curriculum for kindergartens. This stuff is so ridiculous and it needs to be stopped. They ban all religion from schools. You're not allowed to pray. I wonder if they still say the Pledge of Allegiance, but yet they want to teach really, really young kids about gender identity, which adults know that it's bullcrap, but they are trying to indoctrinate them. Thank goodness that parents actually have their kids for more time than the school system does. Gender at Hillside Kindergarten. Our gender curriculum focuses on Hillside's core values of respect and aims to center discussions on gender identity. The students will learn and discuss that there is a lot you can't tell about a person simply by looking at them. I'm here to say that there is so much that you can tell by looking at a person. What type of merchandise they are wearing, if their shirt has quotes, what kind of jewelry they have, if they have any septum piercings. The students will look at pictures of children and talk about what they noticed and what they think they know about the children just from the pictures. Using their observations, we will take the opportunity to introduce vocabulary to describe characters of different identities. No child needs this. These are their objectives. Identity is who you are. People express their identity in different ways. Identity includes your gender and the pronouns that you use. No, it doesn't. No, it does not. Your identity is so much more important and profound than that. It is your culture, it's your character, it's your customs, it's your hobbies, it's what you're passionate about, and yet they are trying to degrade humans as much as physically possible. All people should be treated with respect, since there is no right or wrong way to be any gender. As we learn and grow, the words we use to describe our gender identity can grow too. All kinds of people live in Hastings and bring value to our community. They want to change the mindset of these kids to have a sense of acceptance, respect, support, and inclusion for self and others in the school environment. Kindergartners' vocabulary is cisgender, transgender, and non-binary. I'm pretty sure when I was in kindergarten, I was struggling to write the word any, and I remember accidentally spelling it with an E at the beginning of the word. Those are the troubles that kindergartners should have. This is exactly what should not be in any kindergarten school. Here we have Mary Steffens, and by the way, these TikToks and videos come from Libs of TikTok. They're on X, and I just find everything that they post so informative. It's an awesome account on X, so make sure you follow it. This lady says that she supports students using different names, pronouns at school without parental knowledge. It's just like they're just the parents, right? And apparently this teacher thinks that her role as a teacher is more important than their literal parents. She also acknowledges boys using girls' bathrooms because she is a psychopath. Because while this lady is trying to be inclusive and open-minded, she has let so much bullcrap in her head. And now she is trying to push it on our kids.
As part of this, I believe you must ensure all students have access to diverse views and perspectives, so they learn to be independent thinkers, and they also feel represented in the material that is available to them. This will help with their academic, social, emotional, and mental health. Quite simply, censorship undermines diversity, equity, and inclusion. These aren't only my personal opinions, they are the law, Supreme Court, Massachusetts, etc.
Yeah, hopefully not for long, because it is so time to make our schools great again, because public education in our country has been suffering so much. Our youth is unable to read and write, and they are wasting class time with this ridiculous politics that shouldn't be in the classroom, especially a classroom of students who are so young and impressionable, from people that they should trust, like a teacher. These 11th grade students were given an English assignment to create an informative poster based on a current political movement. The teacher then provided a list of exclusively far left movements as suggestions to the students. And why? If you want your students to be free thinkers and understand diverse perspectives, then why are you only giving them far left materials to study? When I was in high school, I remember my English teacher asked us what was something that we disagreed with. And for me, it was abortion. And that teacher made me write an entire paper about the pros of abortion, as if I didn't already know them. I knew them because I was against it. But to try to force me to come out and share why I supported it when I don't is just really messed up. And that is what they are doing right here to these students as well. So the students can choose between a large variety of options like BLM, justice reform, March for Our Lives, gun reform, women's march, pro-women policies in civil and federal law, social and economic inequality, Dakota Access Pipeline protests, climate change, Greenpeace, preserve planet, animal rights, guerrilla gardening, LGBTQIA+, and free Palestine. Whenever we search for something, we find it. And these teachers want these students to be worried about these issues, even if it doesn't affect them in the slightest. Here is a massive scandal unfolding in St. Helene, South Dakota. The board allowed a teacher who was being investigated for SA multiple students to go back into the classroom while he was still under investigation. He was arrested this week and charged with 8 accounts. He was still employed as of a few days ago. This is just so embarrassing. And I repeat this kind of thing a lot, but when something like this goes viral, it just shows that there's other cases like this that have happened that have gotten no attention from the media. Nobody's heard about them. They've been swept under the rug. And thankfully, we have an example to show the stupidity happening inside of our schools, and yet they're so concerned about all these LGBTQIA stuff for kindergartners that they don't have time to make sure that students are actually protected. They want to talk about how they want students to feel included, welcomed, and all of this bullcrap, and yet they don't even actually protect the students. The principal of this school claims that it was due to failure to report child safety concerns. Yeah, that's about right. That's what it was. A huge failure. You would expect more from the greatest country in the world. You wouldn't expect your teacher to be a clown, be an entertainer, be on the good side of all the students, act like they are their friend when you're supposed to be a person of authority, and yet you just look like an actual clown with your whole getup. You look completely ridiculous. I think we can all agree when we say that this is not what we want in our schools. And hopefully, with Donald Trump in office, we will make our schools great again. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.